It is funny when you see those moments, having spent so many hours analyzing these drafts, and we definitely have those games where we can't tell if we're hyper analyzing the thought process or if we're analyzing it, like under analyzing the thought process. And sometimes you see that and go, okay, so they just picked it. Yeah, okay. Thompson liked it.
Yeah, it goes both ways.
Understood. It definitely goes both ways. I'm sure sometimes we underplay the complexity of the drafting strategies, and other times it's like, no, there's no next level here. They just like it. It's just his favorite hero, and sometimes comfort matters more than meta. Definitely truth to that.
The Viper ban too. So
worried about break potentially with this last pick. I guess ET and Void do both have passives. If you break Void and he has the Aghanims, does he get the bash?
I have no idea.
Because if that break counters it, then that would make sense given how much they've been prioritizing the Aghanims.
Yeah, I actually don't know.
I have no idea either. That's a weird...
My initial reaction is to say it doesn't, but then if it's applying the level of the ability, then it might be using the ability, and then yeah, so then it might like not work.
So that might be just targeted at the two passives they have already. But Morphling and Ricky, final bans. They already got the Grimstroke Ember Spirit combo, and they've also got Grimstroke Doom, that classic combo on VP. So I do like what they've got going on with this draft, and they will take a Venomancer to round things out. Get some magic damage now.
Their lanes are kind of funky for VP.Prodigy.
Ember mid. I guess it's is it a 1?
It might be Venom mid.
Is that a 1 Ember?
Oh, yeah, actually, it's probably 1 Ember, Doom mid, and a DM Veno. Oh, yeah, that's probably what it is.
Okay. It's likely to be a melee mid.
Yeah. But there's always the possibility they could like send the Veno, so you might not have like total freedom right here.
OG with 15 seconds. Very flexible draft between the Void, Prophet, and honestly the ET, assuming that he's the hard 5, but there's a small chance it could be a core.
The Morph ban is interesting.
They take Wraith King. So this is a hero that has been destroying in pubs.
So Thompson's getting Void again, dude.
Thompson Void. And it is going to be mid one that takes the Wraith King, and Seb will grab the Prophet. So no tail likely to take this Elder Titan into the safe lane.
Thompson, and they're still giving
Void,
DM the Veno.
Mid. Yeah, it's going to be FN on the Doom.
Yeah. Okay, so Wraith King versus Doom. We've talked a lot about this in our drafts, and now he hasn't been showing up, but he's popping off in other regions a little bit versus all the Doom picks. Also, I love this Doom cosmetic. You guys will get to see in a little bit. So hype. But Chrono and Wraith King, not the best. I'll say that.
No, you're certainly right. But the rest of the team is pretty good with the Chrono. Egg, Fiery Spirits, Elder Titan buffing up everybody's damage with Spirits and Natural Order, Prophet on the outside throwing in right clicks.
Speaking of sets, is that a fresh cat? Is that from the new chest or something? That Elder Titan is badass.
We'll have to inspect it as we get into the game here.
The hell, I think it looks ownage.
I don't think I've seen this set either. Is that it? I'm not an Elder Titan player, so he is not one whose cosmetics I get excited for.
I just don't have enough Immortal 2 treasures to see them all right now.
Would you agree that ET is one of the biggest bait heroes in terms of skill, where you watch him in a pro game and go, holy shit, that hero looks broken, I can do that, and then you queue it up and do actually nothing on the 5 as Elder Titan?
It is so
you know what
hard.
I'm talking about?
I'll tell you what it is. It's so hard to control that stupid spirit because you can't use the control key. Like, you can't use that function of the control key to control other units thing. Yeah. And that's how I micro like everything. You have to actually use like a control unit hotkey. So like you have to use like the 2 key or whatever.
Like control 2. Oh, you don't do that? Oh.
Well,
you're not a control group guy?
No, I'm fine with control groups, but I just really like the control, like using the actual control key function thing that there is. And it doesn't work with the spirit for some reason.
Interesting.
So it drives me nuts.
That's good to know.
I just find it a lot easier to micro both heroes. Because like then you wouldn't even have to take it off your main hero, right? That's what makes it so good.
Yeah. I remember talking to No Tail at Summit 2 or Summit 3, and he told me the most baseline trick to playing micro heroes like Meepo or whatever else where you have multiple units. He said constantly make new control groups. Like it's a lie. If you're playing Lone Druid, it's a lie that it's like, okay, my bear's on 1, okay, my druid's on 2, okay, they're both on 3. Like it's like you got to constantly keep it fresh. Like your Meepos, I'm constantly doing control 1, control 2, control 3, and making new groups of Meepos and moving it around. It's like you can't get stale. You know, you got to keep it fresh. You got to keep rebinding. You got to keep your fingers moving. Like okay, so I just need to triple my APM. Got it, buddy. I'm on it. Mid one going to the bottom lane. Hey, and we've got the Wraith King Arcana, Trent. Or
yes, we do.
Is this the Arcana? I keep forgetting what's an Arcana and what's a Persona. I don't know. I don't even know the difference these days.
I'm just disappointed.
Is this a Persona?
No, it's an Arcana.
It's an Arcana. Okay, good.
It has Arcanas tend to work with all of their cosmetics, and then they have
Personas are a
quests.
scam. I see. Personas are their own thing, where it's just like, hey, we rewrote the lore. No other cosmetics. I mean, can you imagine Kid Invoker with the Goku hair? I mean, that would just be crazy.
Oh, we can't have that.
Female anti-mage with golden bashers? I mean, we don't have the technology to put that many particles in the game.
It's coming.
It's coming.
Technology's being worked on. I really likes that one.
A pretty long seb you got there, No Tail.
I tell ya.
The battle begins.
Okie dokie. So, OG, though, they are going to switch up the lanes a little bit. Mid one on this Wraith King is going to go bottom. Of course, Thompson will go mid on the Void, but that means up top it is going to be Seb playing a little safe lane Nature's Prophet this go. And
Now,
they are gonna
Iron's up
bump into
here
Ian.
scanning it out, and man, he took some serious beating for that one.
It was a good call to TP, though. I don't know if he was going to live through that otherwise. The old Astral Spirit. Plus 20 damage per hero hit at level 1, and plus 7% movement speed.
You can't refresh the thing anymore, though. Oh, I didn't actually know they included it in the tip.
What do you mean by the thing?
Spirit, you can't refresh it. But one of the things that was super broken about Elder Titan was that, like, if you got a really good buff, like you did like 6 camps or something, right?
Yeah.
When that was expiring, if you instantly cast the Spirit and then brought it right back to you, you would refresh that buff and keep it again.
Oh.
For a second time.
Holy shit, I didn't know that. So there's a little window there where the duration would last longer than the cooldown.
Yes. If the buff hadn't expired yet and you refreshed it, you could keep the old one. It was like a really broken but like kind of cool mechanic.
So now it resets every single time guaranteed.
Yes.
To a fresh Spirit. All right.
And they had Ebola there, or he was that man.
A small but significant change.
These 5 players on ET make it look so broken, though, just as you said. Like, right there, he just almost killed Im. And first off, he TV'd back to the tier 3 when he almost died up top there.
Now he's going to walk home again?
Yeah, and he didn't walk home. He used both his tangos instead, trying to survive and come up top. And then...
I mean, we've seen boots first on a couple supports work really well. Against Elder Titan, that's one that's probably not going to go as well. Because he has boots and then also gets the movement speed from Astral, so you still can't run away from him.
Yeah, but there's also, like, I don't even think you could fight him with these 2 heroes.
I guess that's true. Doom versus Void mid. Thompson taking some damage.
This would be a lot worse than the, okay, I would think. Because Doom has a lot of damage over time.
Battle up top. Gonna find a first blood, and they do. No Tail takes a tumble, looking for more. They man up, and Epileptic Kid goes down. 1 for 1, but now they find Seb. A 2 for 1, favoring VP.Prodigy as we get a rotation.
Yeah, that was good. Flipping it with the 3 heroes, actually punishing the hyper-aggression required to play that ET in the support role. And DM's a Veno, so no cares for the most part.
He should be fine down here.
Veno also getting some pretty significant buffs on the level 1 ward health. Kind of nice. Already at level 2 as well. It's got 30 more HP as well, but before the level 1 was like 75. Now it's 120, so you can actually like deny your level 1 wards. Makes it a little easier to get them early on.
Really nice. I always felt like level 1 wards were barely worth using because of how fast they died.
Yeah, they were actually pointless. unless you were jungling.
And even then, if you screw up at all, they die so fast. The Thompson's getting some space in mid as Doom works the jungle.
Notail's beating this pole situation 2v1 because he keeps pulling it north when he knows that Ein and Save are gonna go for the left pole. It's pretty annoying.
Back. That's plus 90 on Notail right now.
Oh, that was nice.
Cookie into a 2-hero Inkswell.
They can't even fight him, as he said.
And down bottom, they do get the kill on DM. Our Observer caught it as we were watching up top. Good work, Observer. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, they just walked him down with a stun into all the damage. All the damage over time, too, from the Phoenix. That's pretty brutal, though, to ditch your Veno and then still not be able to convert into kills up top afterward.
Look at this, though. With this giant creep stack, Notail's getting so much free damage because he hits the stack in at least 2 of the heroes every time. And they can't contest it. Seb is going to start working this thing down.
Topper's mission.
Top is missing.
Bottom lane again. Going on to DM. Does connect with that Venomous Gale. He'll be safe this time.
Yeah, he's in trouble territory now, though, because he hasn't even gotten a real level edge because of the death. Considering he's solo.
That's always a bad feeling when you're 1v2 and the 1 is equal with the 2 in terms of XP. Up top, we'll see Seb initiated on, getting brought down low. This tri-lane has a lot of damage. Notail looking for a counter kill. Might be able to find one. Needs another punch on Ian and does give him the stapler. Notail micros that courier back. Look at that. A pro player not feeding his courier into a fight at 5 minutes.
Who else?
Notail God.
It takes 2 Aegises to learn that ability.
DM down bottom. He's gonna die again.
I love how they are just committing. They're not letting the Venom just get away with being a nuisance, because I think that happens a lot for Venomancers. I actually thought it would still go a little bit better for him because it would be one of those just not worth situations to chase him down and everything. But that's something about Wraith King, man. He's got a stun. You know, there's not a lot of ones that can help out and make things that easy.
It's the stun with the slow as well. I guess it used to be. Is it still a tapering slow? I think it's just a straight slow now, 20%.
Oh yeah, it used to be it was a weird slow before.
It used to be one of those ones where you would get extra slow at the beginning, and then it would just kind of slowly get better over time. And now it's just 2 seconds of straight 20%, which is better. I think there was really no reason for that to be a tapering mechanic. Doom, mid lane, deployed onto Thompson. No help here. That'll be a freebie on the Void. Yep, that'll happen against the Doom.
Jeez, everybody else came for the XP. Again, this 6-minute tower push we've been talking about a lot in these matches. I feel like last game was almost the first one we didn't see that, where we had the big rush to the mid lane with the catapult.
And we talk about pro players utilizing siege creeps a lot, but we're seeing it even more so these days, right on that 6-minute spawn.
Yeah. Well, they did the same thing bottom after the multiple kills on DM. They just brought down Notail and easily grabbed that.
The skeletons, of course, make it nice and easy. 3 points in that Mortal Strike.
I've noticed in all these games, Seb has picked up the casual windlace a lot. He's a big fan of just grabbing it early on in the game.
Smart
guy. I can appreciate that.
The value.
And he's always very careful to lock it, too. I've also noticed that, because he often goes brown boots into mech on various heroes.
Yep, been there, too. Yep. No, Seb, TP's back in. Epileptic Kid was ready and waiting. Up top, he's going to be in big trouble. Stunned up, follow-up, silence. Seb's going to have no chance to survive.
That was nice.
That was a big kill.
They knew.
Are fortified.
Now they're really giving it to him.
Mid one's holding the point down here.
Is under attack.
Are they? Wow, they actually aren't going to die for it. I guess he's got 3 points in Plague Wards. Yeah, okay, never mind.
Both lanes getting aggressive. VP repelled in the top lane. And yeah, looking at net worth, Doom at about 4,300 and Void, his counterpart mid, at about 3,200. So a big margin ahead of Thompson right now.
Yeah,
Especially from the tower, but the kill and just winning the lane.
I do think that makes sense, though. It's like the polar opposite of Kunkka, and how Void has certain options versus that hero. The time walk and everything doesn't really help at all versus Doom.
Yep. And now Seb also farming jungle, so lane's a little awkward for OG right now. We've got mid one down bottom. He's still solo, still hasn't skilled up the ulti, and kind of working the jungle. OG is spending a lot of time in the jungle just as a team right now. Not a lot of presence in the lanes.
Yeah, kind of just the mid one, pushing up bottom when he can. But yeah, even him clearing out some camps.
Top now, Soxa, only level 5, so no chance for an egg to reset. Stunned up into oblivion, and they will find the kill. Mid one is here, though, alongside No Tail. Mid one has killed the enemy Grimstroke. I'm getting the pop-ups for his Arcana. That's cool.
Win the match to harvest his bones!
Epileptic Kid. Well, I don't have this Arcana, so honestly, it's kind of cool to pretend. Epileptic Kid goes down up top, and now it's a 4-on-1, just FN, but he does have the Veno on the way. Seb trying to TP. It won't be enough. They will still get this Doom, though, I think. Yes, they will. They find the Bash, and now Veno going to be in some trouble. DM came up trying to find some counter kills, but he's just going to end up throwing his body at the problem. Now Save is here. Gets off a stroke. Gets off the Ixwell there, but it's only the Wraith King ulti. Reincarnation, bringing him back to life. They do kill Save. One at a time. We're still coming in. Phoenix Egg countered by Ian. That's not the play, but it does cost Ian his life and secures an ultra kill for Thompson. There could be a rampage coming. Epileptic Kid, you need to be careful here, buddy. Thompson wants it. He's going for it. They're not going to get it. Meanwhile, he does find No Tail. Epileptic Kid. It's going to cost him one remnant. That's his only remnant. And Thompson won't go for it. Does get stunned up by mid one, though. They had an opportunity to kill him there if they wanted to commit, but it was definitely scary.
Oh, well, remember that time that he lost mid? No cares.
Yep. And he's going to go first item Aghanims, dude.
Alrighty.
Okay. Is this going to be the game? I want to see it. I want to see this thing roleplay as a Battle Fury. Oh, initiation. They're going to move into the jungle. Whoa, Epileptic Kid takes crazy damage from a Wrath of Nature. Thompson now gets the bash. We'll finish him off. Thompson able to survive thanks to the Time Walk. Mortimer Kisses not going to be enough. Silence is done. Damage ain't there. The Scatter Blast. Ian barely surviving. Thompson has to retreat, but now mid one's back in the fray. I think was that a smoke that they just popped there? Weird. No Tail, or Thompson rather, getting healed up. They will get the kill on the Seb in the bottom lane, meanwhile, as Thompson goes down mid.
Alright, any takers on what you think that magical damage was?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
On
that looked
Ember?
like a good 350.
438.
Woo! That's got to be like one of the last hits from that Wrath of Nature.
Yeah, I think I saw like one after. That is... God, that's a crazy amount of damage.
Yeah, considering that it's global and Seb did that from the bottom lane.
I mean, to be fair, you can't guarantee it. So I mean, it's kind of just a dumb ability in some ways like that.
Uh-oh, no ult on mid one. He's going to be in some trouble here. Turns the stun, pops the stick. Support is inbound.
What
Seb and Soxa.
Big save.
Thompson's here with a chrono. They set up the egg on the outside. Beautiful for OG. Soulbind does come out, but they've killed Ian, and now Doom gonna fall. No ulti available.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They nailed the music on this Arcana, by the way.
Oh, yeah, dude.
It's so good. Heavy metal Wraith King, like, come on.
It reminds me a little bit of the Doom music. You know, like, it's that kind of metal, like, it just feels so fitting and perfect for the theme.
Doom music is so sick.
It's impressive.
Can we just play that in between games? Is that copyright free?
Actually, I'm not sure.
I think it's good for Twitch at least.
I think you're allowed to play that on Twitch. I'm pretty sure. I think the dude that made it was pretty keen on keeping it open.
I mean, you can stream Doom, so what if we just play Doom in between games?
That's true. Soxa gonna get caught. It's strange because there's a balance there, right? For something like Doom, I actually think letting people play the music is sick free marketing for
it's definitely good marketing.
People ask and they go, oh, that's video game music? Oh, shit.
I can kill and scrape demons off the floor jamming to this heavy metal? Yes, please. I want to watch Dino play some Doom in between games.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Let's see the Dota Pit admins run through for Doom on, what's the crazy setting? murderous or some shit, it's really hard.
Well, they're close to mid one there, but he'll walk it off. We've seen this bracer, let's see, in 2019. Mid one, it's 2020. Double bracer. Radiance, what is this sacrilege? Isn't this supposed to be a halberd, dude?
Double bracer. Oh yeah, I forgot that bracer is HP regen now instead of magic resistance.
Yeah. It was too good.
It was too good.
A typical carry and core players ruining everything for supports, by the way.
Radiant's top tower
Yeah.
is
It was
under
fine when the supports are buying casual 1 or 2 bracers, but the second the mid player does it, oh, now it has to be unbalanced.
Yeah, they ruined
attack.
Puck
Radiant
for us
are
too.
scanning.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at mid one here, dude. He's just clearing out. DM and mid one have some sort of gentleman's agreement here. You just keep spamming Plague Wards. I'll just keep killing them.
I mean, it's not worth. They're 14 gold. I don't know.
Well, is this going to set up a big team fight? Because he's coming back. Mid one's in the fray. They've got the Fetus Egg on the back line. It is going to go through. The Ember Spirit gives up, but they do bring down mid one. DM and Save already on the sideline. It's a bloody fight. A 2 for 2 so far. Thompson's here with a Chrono, though, so it could turn. He does get a Chrono that will secure the kill onto Soxa, but can him and No Tail clean this up? They're focused on Ian. He's going to go down next. A 3 for 3.
Oh, he can't work
An epic battle that will now bring down No Tail. It's just Thompson. He wants vengeance onto FN. Another time walk, but he's going to need a couple of bashes here. Still does not have the Aghanims. Stunned up. Thompson in trouble. Needs another bash. No, this time it's an Ultra for Epileptic Kid as OG
Unreal.
put down.
We're trading ultra kills back and forth at 15 minutes.
Yep. Apparently so. Now VPP, they've got the gold lead. It's about a 3K net worth advantage for the Radiant underdogs.
All starting because mid one got bogged down by the Veno. It's FN up top. Ooh, he's still pretty low here.
Yeah, that gentleman's agreement absolutely favored the Veno. I think DM pretty happy was starting off that fight. That was kind of a sick moment where it really did look like both teams were trying to bait each other. Or VP.Prodigy were standing there like, how long is he going to stick around on these? Uh-oh, up top, mid one. He does not have the ulti. It's still only level 1. Seb TPing in, but won't get there in time to save his Wraith King.
Yeah, it worked last time.
And now Seb's going to be in trouble. He does get caught by the stroke. Stomp from the Doom. He's donezo.
Death doesn't suit you.
4K.
Perhaps you'll grow and
Hit him with that tip.
The tipper.
Like he's playing Marth.
Uh-oh, Thompson. He did use that time walk a little early. Epileptic Kid trying to pursue. Not going to be able to catch him.
Sorry, I think this Aghanims is cursed. Because the second it starts coming out, things just fall
Seriously.
apart for whatever faceless void we see.
He's
Nice
still
play.
700 gold short.
Dire's top tower
The
is
timing
under
just
attack.
feels a little awkward on it. Just a little.
Yeah.
You know?
It doesn't feel like a first item. It feels to me like you need something before the Ags. I don't know. The build last game felt a little bit better. You know, like you're building up to S and Y, and then you transition to the Aghanims. Mid one down bottom, caught again. This man has nowhere to farm. At cooldown on the level 1 reincarnation is pretty ass.
Yeah, it's deservedly long, but to die 3 times building your Radiance is pretty painful.
Yep.
Especially when your other core is building a big item in the Aghanims first, too.
DM, TP home, he'll get put to sleep. Oh, a Meteor Hammer.
Yeah, the Phoenix Hammer returns.
I like it. Doom comes in, though. Blink Dagger drops the Doom onto Void, hit by a stroke. I think Thompson's going to be in trouble here.
I don't
Mortimer
think Ag
kisses.
saves him. Yeah.
It
sucks at
Doom's
Noob.
down.
He's like, yeah, I can't do anything, guys. If I egg here, you're just dead anyway. Then I'm gonna die too.
Structures are
Sun Ray off the map. TP. Oh, that's a cool mechanic. Yeah, that's neat.
Yeah. Classic.
Wow. OG in trouble. This Doom mid seemed to work out very well for VP.Prodigy. Not even just beating the Void mid, but also a mid that can continue to accelerate.
Dire's top
Like,
tower
FN
is
is
under
really in the
attack.
driver's seat right now with this Blink Dagger. finding some great initiations with the Doom and also just with this War Stomp.
Yeah, it's one of those things that's just like, it's kind of one of those simple parts of Dota that OG are just trying to skip over. They tried to have two just really greedy cores that don't really do that much to start unless they're like flawless with their spells and everything. Like, unless you take every fight with Reincarnation and every fight with a good Chrono, it's going to be very difficult to carry yourselves through these first two item buildups. Especially when your Prophet has to like go mech and he's like TP medic in, still trying to help you win these fights, but you still can't get it. It's just greedy, right?
Yep. Now, the greed could still pay off. I think OG are on the cusp right now where 6K at 19 minutes is very scary, but they've got this Ancient stack here. You've got the Relic now. You're like kind of on the cusp of some of these big items. Void, a couple hundred gold from this.
It's also Doom, too, who I think Doom kind of inflates a little gold.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Void mid lane, though. Roots into stun. Follow up. Soulbind. Void in big trouble, but they can't finish him. There was a poison over there. Seb and Soxa both going to get brought low. Seb maybe in trouble. The Veno poison brings him down, and FN finds the kill. Soxa,
you got so greedy, dude.
And now No Tail. It's going to be one at a time. He's rooted outside of the base. There's no help. The tail's down.
He tried to do the diving meteor hammer and finish the channel before just going back to high ground. He died for it. Well, we have the eggs.
They've got the Ags and mid one. Oh, he's so close to this Radiance. Halfway to the recipe. A pretty late Radiance. And 20-minute rune.
Here goes Thompson mid. Whoa.
Whoa. 4 runes, though, going to VP.
Oh, geez, stop. He got screwed up those last 3 last hits. Buys his fresh Ags, and he's just like, all right, here we go, guys.
They want to smoke off this. They know. They've got Chrono. They've got Ags. They do have Reincarnation. It's also at level 2. Still no Radiance. Thompson jumps in. He gets silenced right away. Thompson. Soxa saves him. Now they turn on the DM. Mid one there with the stun. Mech trying to help him out, but VPP very spread right now. They've got 2 top killing Seb. They will get DM, but they do trade the Prophet for it. No Doom used. Also, Doom does have a Shiva's Guard now. 11K net worth the favor.
Jeez, no wonder no one used to buy this thing. It was only 250 before. Because I'm even seeing Thompson jumping and thinking, man, 350 isn't that far when you really think about it.
No, it's not.
Like, 600 is your standard ranged attack.
It's not massive.
No. I mean, it's kind of cool. It's a bubble, so it's like, it's a decent AoE, like, when from all sides. It's just that's not typically how it works when you're, like, chasing someone.
Yeah. It is really good for chase down, though. That is true. If you're, like, you know, somebody who's a little wily, you know, trying to catch those blink daggers.
The old 21-minute Philosopher's Stone. Not the one that you want to get at the very end of hunting these neutrals. Good Doom.
Yeah, Thompson going to be caught again. Stomped up, and there's going to be no save. He's just dead. Mid one brought down low. They find the next kill onto the Elder Titan. Phoenix Egg is going to go off. Gets a decent stun, but there's just not enough follow-up damage. Seb goes down. Mid one dies immediately, and it's a clean sweep. 5 down for OG, and VP.Prodigy, all 5 still alive.
Damn, dude, he's got the levels on Snapfire, too. That was a level 2 ulti, and he was gooping on him. Right at the end there. But, yeah, Apple Abed the Kid's been destroying this game.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
He just does way too much.
FN has also been destroying on Doom. I feel like every single Doom he's cast has been on point, timed right, with follow-up, on a key target. Like, they're all translating to kills. They've been slowly just grabbing more and more map control. Like, VP.Prodigy only have 2 tier 1 towers right now, but they've still done a great job playing on the OG side of the map and limiting the space that OG have to farm and set things up.
All right, they have Chrono and DD.
It's that one plus side, right? Void died without using Chrono, so maybe this could set something up. Maybe. Snapfire's going for Aghanims, by the way.
Oh, yes!
Are you ready?
I am so ready for this. I don't think
'em.
it's the right item choice, but I love it.
Eat 'em.
Under attack.
There's almost no way it's correct. I feel like he's buying because he thinks they've already won. This might be a mistake.
I would agree. I don't know if I've ever seen the Ags in a pro game.
Radiant are scanning.
I'm sure it's been picked up, but I don't think I've cast one.
Just so expensive. I mean, it's cool, but man, it's
Dire's
expensive.
bottom tower
Okay, here we
is
go.
under attack.
Thompson, that's the setup. They're going to find Ian.
Dire's
Invisibility with a Glimmer Cape. Does give him a reset, and he actually lives. A Soulbind comes out. Not a particularly long cooldown.
Radiant's top tower has
The
fallen.
other problem with it is the cast range is only 150, so it's not some cheeky ass save. You know what I mean? Like you're not gonna be able to like pull someone out or whatever of a bad situation for the most part.
Oh, Wraith King ult used. Doom also dropped onto Void. Thompson not going to be able to chrono again. Mid one just tries to TP, and it will be successful. But on the other side, they get another. Saksa takes a tumble.
I tell you, it's a good thing they changed that X because it's definitely not casting chrono.
Yeah. Doom, the ultimate
Dire's
shutdown.
middle tower is under attack.
It's like this isn't even a silver lining, but the only scenario, what's the win rate percentage? 77 to 23. Whoa. 80-20,
Dire's
basically.
middle
So,
tower has fallen.
Dota
I'm
Plus
surprised
believes.
it's still that high.
Yeah, it thinks that OG has a chance. And I like if somehow OG smoked up and found the perfect chrono, most of this net worth lead is on the Doom and the Ember right now. Like this net
That
worth
is
breakdown
true.
is very, very weird.
But
So-
Venno is also still ahead of the entirety of OG.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Mid one and him are now jostling.
OG
but
have
still.
big problems. I guess I'm just saying if they did manage to catch this chrono and kill Epileptic Kid, it is a huge blow to the power of VP.Prodigy.
Well, that's a big chrono.
And he find it, connects on 3. Now they need the follow-up damage. Thompson trying to focus down the Venomancer. He's going to be the one to get silenced. They don't find any kills in the chrono, though. Now the Soulbind comes out, and OG might be in trouble. Thompson getting brought down very low. Seb as well. They will lose 3 in exchange for DM.
See you later, nerd.
Not the fight that OG wanted, and they are going to get wiped up here. A 1 for 5, better than last time. The 5 for 0. But, they might be a little too far behind. A great chrono.
There was no Earth Splitter that
But-
fight, too. It wasn't available. It was on cooldown for like
Oh.
20 seconds.
Yeah. An
That
Earth Splitter
beautiful
on top of
three-man
that
chrono.
chrono would have been pretty interesting.
Yeah. I mean, there was also no Doom that fight, so, you know,
That is also true.
one of those.
Dire's bottom tower
Yeah, and now
is
that
under
win rate,
attack.
90-10 after that fight. So very quickly, this opportunity closing as the Doom and Ember Spirit continue to scale. 19, 3, and 11 on this Ember. So involved in 30 of their 38 kills. Epileptic
Dire's
Kid has been
bottom
everywhere.
tower-
Mid lane,
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
I don't know if they can do this.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Even right there, you saw Thompson use the Aghanims twice with Time Walk to get the bashes. Epileptic Kid
Dire
seemed pretty
are
unfazed by it.
Yeah, I mean, he is 7 levels ahead of him. when you put it like that.
Yeah. He also has 3.5 items. Void has
More than twice the net worth.
1 item, and oh, look at this. Another Doom.
The Void Eggs. I don't think you can really blame it on this, honestly. Does it really matter what IMC has if FN just dooms him every single fight? Well, I guess Lincoln's, but still.
Radiant are scanning.
Bottom lane, some initiation setup. Seb is going to come down to try to help mid one. Maybe they can get this kill on to save. Soulburn not quite enough to finish him off. Save's
The Radiance
actually going to
Burn.
walk away. The Radiance Burn is not enough. Mid one does have the ultimate here. It looks like they're trying to finish off Epileptic Kid. Does get hit by an Earth Splitter. That'll bring him down pretty low. This is a big opportunity. There's no Doom down here. It doesn't look like he has a TP. But DM trying to top him off. He's in the back line. Drops the Nova. Phoenix has to egg. Save is still alive. They do find him, but now Big Bad Doom is here. He jumps in, and he's going to clean house. Mid one falls. Soxa goes down. OG dropping like flies.
Fine, hurry. Get the eggs out. Quick. Yes. Courier, fly. I have to goof FN into the fountain. Go, Courier.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Ace this thing.
I didn't realize that it was only 150 cast range.
Yeah, it's not...
I really thought it was much bigger.
No, it's tiny.
Hobson jumps in, and he is stun-locked into oblivion. Is going to have another time walk. Chrono available, but to what avail? Okay, he catches the Doom. See you later, nerd. This one's looking pretty over.
Oh, here we go. Gobble him up.
Dyer's
All right, who's he
bottom tower
grabbing?
is under attack.
I guess I'll wait till someone respawns. But he's definitely spitting FN in.
It's literally called Gobble Up. Gobble Up
Yeah,
and
it's
spit
got
out.
the best icon of any ability in the entire game, by the way.
What?
It's 10 out of 10.
Mortimer making the derpiest face possible.
Dyer's
Yeah.
middle tower is under attack.
What is Mortimer supposed to be? Is he based on a real animal? Is he like one of those salamander
bearded
things?
dragon or
A bearded
whatever?
dragon? Those, yeah, I've seen pictures of those things.
Yeah, I don't know what it's
Do
official.
they really
thing
walk
is.
like that, though, with their feet facing inward? It doesn't look like that's how knees are supposed to work.
I'm not a lizard expert. I'm sorry.
I gotta
There's
get
many
A in
things
there.
I'm an expert on, but it's not lizards.
Ah, I see. This is lizard?
Lizard. I'm an expert on that lizard. He's got a husky, plays a harmonica.
I did not know.
just doomed a mud golem. FN is done.
What? What the fuck? What? Why? Well, I don't even... Whoa. Did they get Seb down bottom? Oh, maybe more? Hobson, TP. Do we have the interrupt? They do. That's a Yule Scepter. Hobson about to be put to bed. Rooted up. No follow-up here. Does have a time walk to try to make it out, but not even a TP. Nice stroke. Deeper into the trees.
OG's commencing mental warfare.
I see. Stretch it out as long as possible. Tilt him getting into game 3.
Alright, he could have gobbled up that catapult and spit it. I'm a little disappointed, frankly. I sent it as he was running by.
VPP taking their time. Roshan still standing. Available and waiting. I mean, OG haven't lost barracks yet.
Dyer's bottom tower is under attack.
Still a tough position to be in
Dyer's
here, but
bottom tower has been denied.
at least holding the base. Bottom tier 3 does go down, denied by mid 1. Now creeps
Oh,
in.
he sends the catapult!
Flying catapults. Now no tail. He's dead. That looks like an Aghanim's on the Ember. Sure is.
I want trebuchets or I want nothing.
That was pretty badass.
So you get the bounty
Dyer's
of the
bottom
creep,
barracks
apparently?
has fallen.
Sapphire earns the creep's bounty after it has been spat out and died.
Oh, that's nice.
Kind of cool.
Okay, so you get the freebie on
Radiant are
the siege creep.
standing.
And then whatever you spit, it doesn't change the actual spit out mechanics.
No.
That's all static. Okay, 100 burn DPS.
A 3 puddle duration as well.
Yeah. And a
Nice.
1.5 second stun
Dyer's
duration.
middle tower is under attack.
Chrono, FN, Thompson finally getting vengeance.
Can't believe he didn't just spit someone into that chrono. I guess he's decided this game's not completely over. I mean, maybe FN should decide that before he doomed a mud golem, but
Well, hold on now. Another fight breaking out. No buyback on the Doom. Thompson's dead, so it's back to a 4v4. Phoenix Egg comes down. Soulbind not going to latch onto anything, but mid 1 will have to utilize the ultimate. OG still has some issues here. Can they take this fight? Ein, now he's going to be in trouble. He'll go down, but they do lose Soxa. Now a 3-on-3. Mid 1 a little bit low. Seb also in trouble. He's going to go down in mid 1. No path to escape. No Tail comes in. They want Epileptic Kid. They've got a lot of damage. Mid 1 sustaining longer than planned. No Tail trying to square up, but he's no Mike Tyson. Buster Douglas. Oh man, it was a good try.
Is under attack.
It was a
Now
noble
OG,
effort.
Yeah. This is looking like the nail in the coffin. They're not going to tap out quite yet, but 2 lanes of barracks down.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
Just too far behind.
I mean, they're really trying to drag this as long as they can. Again, I think they're just trying to annoy VP.Prodigy more than anything. And I feel like it's kind of working when Doom's dooming mud golems.
Dire's middle barracks are
He
under
might just be
attack.
bored.
Exactly. Taking him off his, cutting that mental edge for the next
see.
game.
Well, we'll see how effective it is. 52 to 22. BPP. One step away from squaring up this elimination series and taking us into a Game 3 decider. 99% win chance.
Dire's top
Nigh
tower has
unthrowable.
fallen.
Well, thankfully they have a repair kit.
But, oh, good. Goody.
Yo.
Gobble Up is kind of cool with Venno, though. Of all the heroes that you want to throw in,
It's true.
Venno is kind of one of them. And he does have an Ags as well as a Force Staff. So it's reasonable. You could gobble him up. He gets off a sick ult, and then just Force Staffs back to safety.
Yeah, he goofed him onto the void last time.
That's pretty sick.
Again, though, guys, I don't know. Maybe dodge is one of your pubs. I will say the Aether is kind of cool. If you had Aether and Telescope, then we're getting somewhere.
Yeah.
Then you've got some actual save potential with Gobble Up. But it's, again, I do think it's just a little bit too pricey, personally. 4,200, you think about all the other small items you can buy with that. You can get, like, a Yule's, be on your way towards, like, Blinks and stuff, and...
There's a lot of potential
Halberds.
utility there.
Yeah. I mean, Greaves, Pipes, it's just... Snapfire's too many good items for the Agnums to be okay.
OG going to be in trouble here. They're starting to get sandwiched, and a double damage on Doom. Soulbind. Doom's ult has already come down, but it's not going to matter. Thompson and No Tail dead.
Cookie.
Buyback from Thompson. Mid one going to come back, but he'll die pretty much immediately as he comes back. Epileptic Kid finds Saksa. That'll stop his TP, and that is 3 dead.
Does look hilarious. I wonder what's the unit speed on it.
Now that's a question. How fast does the projectile fly? Yeah, Snapfire's got some pretty good taunts. She's playing a fiddle.
The projectile provides 500 radius flying vision as it travels.
Chrono. Is this Ember even going to take damage? No. Soulbind comes down, 7 trouble, and that will finally be the GG. The dieback for Thompson was what they were waiting for.
Your veins.
Pretty brutal game overall. After the first 15 minutes or so,
The
OG
start-
were holding the theoretical win percent of about 15 or 75% around the 12 minute mark, which seemed fair. It did seem like things were going pretty damn well for them. Like that top lane went fairly well.
Yeah.
Mid one was farming well in the bottom lane. But then slowly, as you point out, they kind of got herded into the jungle a little bit. And suddenly it was VP.Prodigy who were starting to take out a little bit more space.
Yeah, there was that
on the
moment
map.
where like all 3 cores were in the jungle, and the only lane pressure was them shoving out once the creeps got to their tier 2s. And even that mid matchup, at first it was relatively even. You know, Thompson was never really winning it. FN always had an edge, but that gap just continued to grow. And VP.Prodigy did a great job pressuring Thompson throughout the game, not allowing him to recover. And Doom was driving a lot of those kills. So it became this lopsided. Not only was Thompson getting killed, Doom was also the one killing him. And there was no answer to the Doom once he got that far ahead.
Yeah, that was pretty rough. Looks
Hard
like
hero.
he doomed, I don't even know how many times. He doomed him at least 4 times on the Faceless Void.
Yeah.
Looking at our damage breakdown. Seems about right.
By 10 minutes, they were top 2, and Doom was about 1K ahead of him, something like that. And then it just continued to grow from there. Yeah, we're starting to see teams really prioritize pressuring Thompson. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But when it does work, it does seem to cripple OG's general game plan quite a bit. They rely on Thompson to be a director. And
That looked like yesterday's Thompson games.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, pretty painful. But we still have one more game.
We
So
do.
OG and VP Pro now tied up here. 1-1 elimination on the line. Who do you got game 3s right now?
I'm still thinking OG.
Oh.
We'll see. Maybe game 1. There's like a lot on the line here to prove that they're not a team that is only gimmicky around the wisp, right? They looked really good in game 1. A lot of Twitch chatters were saying, hey, that's just because they got their one special hero. And
Well, you know what I always say about Twitch chat? They're always right, baby.
they're always right. So we'll see. VPP, though, they step it up and they've made things interesting. Now the last game elimination decider. This is what it's all for, Trent. Stick around, ladies and gentlemen, because we're coming back with game 3 after this break.
That's one way to cash in.
Top lane is missing. But I would.
Dire are scanning. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Searing heat.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Surpass the master.
Welcome back, boys and girls. Dota Pick continues. Game number 3, the lower bracket decider of VP.Prodigy versus OG. This is a big one, Trent. It's turned out to be a pretty intense series so far. OG took game number 1 with a core wisp, lost game number 2 for a variety of reasons, and here we are in game number 3.
And where will we wind up? Well, I tell you, we're still not going to get that Lena. VP.Prodigy, not going to get their little flex pick they like to mess around with.
First pick will go the way of OG this game. So they take out Lena first.
And they had second pick the first 2 matches, I believe.
I believe
and
that
we're
is
dire.
Correct. So I imagine VP.Prodigy still ban out the Wisp here. I think you just want to not deal with that, not give it over to this team. And they will first pick it. They ban out Magnus on VP.Prodigy. We've seen this hero a couple of times. His stock's certainly on the rise.
Yeah, banned out every game. I think that it's the same thing that Enigma was doing, right? They banned Mag and an IO or Mag and Wind Ranger. Shocking IO ban here.
And a shocking Oracle ban as well, as we talked about last game, something VPP liked quite a bit. Doom, the opener for OG, and a snap pick Grimstroke for VP.Prodigy. Maybe a slight deny pick, but also an incredible support to start off your draft with.
You know, there's a lot of good supports right now, which is nice because for the past 2 years, it feels like there's only ever 3 pickable supports. I feel like at least first pickable. There's always this clear tier of these are the best 5s.
Right, your Rubik's.
You must pick one of these 3 heroes unless they're banned, pretty much. Whereas now we have a pretty wide array between the Grimstrokes. We have the 5 Clockwork that seems very good. Wyvern still seems fine. Undying's very good. Snapfire seems all right. And counterpick Ogre, I think, is still pretty busted. A lot of people consider. There haven't been this many viable 5s in quite a while.
I mean, even CM, she's been picked pretty regularly. And in the games we've seen with the Max Frostbite, she seems stronger than ever. No longer just an aura bot, but actually able to set up kills.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good time to be 5, guys. It's nice.
Yeah, it really is. And second pick will be Ember Spirit for VP.Prodigy. Very
Bring
safe
it back,
opener.
man. Yeah. I mean, they have last pick, so it can be mid or safe.
And we've got this Invoker. He's been pretty commonly banned in the second couplet, trio of hero bans. So OG decide to grab it early. This is most assuredly your Thompson hero, unless they've got a curveball coming.
Yeah. Now, from what I gather, it went pretty well for him versus Viking GG, but we saw his game versus Enigma, and it did not go well.
Yeah.
He felt pretty much irrelevant in that match when mid one was on the Meepo.
That was a weird game. That was safe lane Meepo, and then they had the mid Invoker with an offlane Darkseer, and he was laning against a Pugna, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
On Team Nigma.
And his lane was kind of whatever, but then the mid game was just kind of nothing.
Yeah. They also had Doom, Disruptor, Void, and Phoenix on Nigma alongside that Pugna. So to be fair, they did have a lot of tools to screw up one hero. There were a lot of Glimpse, Static Storm, Kinetic Fields, Chronos, Dooms used on that Invoker to stop his game from coming out. So to be fair, that draft was particularly good at picking on one hero and making him irrelevant. But it was effective nonetheless.
Yeah. Well, they're gonna look to cover their Ember, same stuff they did versus NIP, and I think the same thing they were doing versus someone else. Or there's another draft we were watching, but lately we often talk about Morphling and Necrophos. So probably Morphling going to join the banning here. They really look to prioritize protecting the Ember because this is their flex. This is the guy who's either going to be for Epileptic Kit in the safe lane or for FN in the mid lane, or even vice versa. They could put FN in the safe lane depending on if EpiKit still wants to play that Ember. So they're not that concerned, I don't think, about the Invoker counter pick, obviously, as they did pick the Ember into it. The whole Dispel mid thing, I don't think it's going to fully dissuade them.
Yeah, I don't know. Ember's just, he's Ember, right? Even if he doesn't have a perfect lane, he still does so much around the map. His mid game is still hard to deal with. It's annoying. I don't know that I'd call it a counter.
I wonder if they'll ban the Meepo. I mean, you have
VP.Prodigy?
Ember, so it's kind of like, yeah, but Ember's not really the same big counterpick that he used to be.
I don't know. So after that game yesterday, a few people messaged me saying what really ruined that was the fact that they had to put the Meepo safe lane. A lot of folks seem to be in the camp of safe lane Meepo is not very good because it slows down what you can do in the jungle to accelerate and stuff. So if I were VP.Prodigy, I wouldn't be too scared of that, seeing the Invoker out already, but it's certainly a thought against the Ember.
I mean, I just don't like playing against Meepo. I think most people don't, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not that hot on Meepo right now. The changes to him with like the additional levels on the extra Meepos has just completely gutted that hero's past timings. He seems too delicate to me.
There's also still a Void in play.
With Invoker.
I mean, they've shown that they're going to pick it. The question is, do you want to just bank on beating it again? Because they've lost the last 2 to 3 games with it.
Yeah, but it's been these mid voids. If it were position 3 Doom for Seb, safe lane void for mid 1, and then Invoker mid for Thompson, that sounds like an okay void scenario where you've got these combos. You could pick some supports that have some extra damage inside the pit. By the pit, I mean the Chrono. Just had a flashback to Chronosphere around the Roche pit for some reason. They banned the Darkseer instead, and now pick up a Disruptor. So some more good team fight here for VP.Prodigy. 2 very good supports in terms of kill potential.
I really like Disruptor versus Invoker because he likes to get in dirty. I mean, we saw it again versus Nigma. That's exactly what happened to Thompson, is that if he wasn't static storming the Meepo, he was catching Thompson. And, you know, they like to be sneaky, these Invoker players, right? There's nothing I love more than a good old Ob Sentry combo when I'm playing Disruptor, and I see that little guy squirming around, and you hit him with the Q, and you're like, yeah, go ahead, run, dude. Come on back. I'll see you in the ultimate. Yeah,
I'm with you there. It's a great support to give you an option. And Rubik now for OG. Looks like a pretty good Rubik game. Seldom that it's a bad Rubik game these days, but some great steals here nonetheless.
Their lanes maybe a little bit worrisome, just slightly for VP.Prodigy. Might want to be thinking about who you want to pick as a safe laner. They could maybe take the Void themselves, although I don't think you want to take Void into Rubik Invoker, actually, so never mind. I'm just trying to think of like
Doom, right? Last game we saw what VP.Prodigy did with Doom against Void, so it could happen again the other way now.
It's also just like, but you need like a strong safe laner is what I'm thinking. You need someone who's not just like completely weak.
What about Ursa? I mean, you've got Grimstroke, so you've got a whole wide array. They could Ricky if they wanted to. They could take someone a little less conventional with this enabler. Ursa? It's Slardar.
Well, they want to keep the flex, right? So
yeah, okay.
that'll be for DM. But DM probably wants the Grimstroke in his lane, is what I'm thinking. So that's why you need like a decent one to pair with the Ember. Or sorry, to pair with the Disruptor, because he's just not that, you know.
Grimstroke Slardar, though, that sounds like a pretty scary lane combo. Slardar's already a beast. You give him Inkswell, you hit a couple of strokes to slow him down. Slardar closes the gap. That does not sound like a fun lane matchup.
You would think that you could chain 2 bash, like you could get the 5 attacks, right?
Yeah.
1 attack, Inkswell is already going, and Inkswell goes, you're attacking through it, you get another bash after.
There's probably, I'd have to play around with the timings on Inkswell, but I bet there's a way where you can pretty much perma-stun somebody with that. The Juggernaut now for OG.
A safe laner. Am I right?
Yes, although except against Slardar, right? He's got built-in bashes and crazy physical damage, so he mitigates some of Jug's utility in lane in terms of the magic immunity to spin TP or spin survive. Like, you're already picking Jug into someone that has a way to stop you from spin TP, and that, at least potentially, you know, it's a chance, but yeah, I do not like playing Jug against Slardar. Let me put it that way. I think Slardar is pretty scary. And Jug, as we've talked about, this hero has not been that popular on 7.27.
That was a super sick ban, by the way, on the edge. That would have been such a good way to save this lane because you can dispel the ink spell. Ink spell is kind of weird because when you dispel, it still goes off, but it won't have gained all the the damage and the stun and everything.
And you control where it goes off, right?
Yeah.
They might not be in position when it pops.
And
Yeah, I
then
like that Ench ban. Plus, it's a heal, right? That like, you've got the healing ward and the attendants that could help break up some of that crazy burst damage.
And OG banned the Oracle earlier themselves too.
Mm-hmm. Are there any other Dispel 5s?
I mean, they could just pick Shadow Demon.
Okay, yeah, that's the last one, I guess.
And they could just like disrupt the Slardar is what I'm thinking.
That could work. They ban out the Witch Doctor, which also is a good call. Has some sustain.
It lets you
Not a
fight
dispel,
back versus Slardar too.
Yeah, the Maledict is really scary. Last pick, we'll be going to VP.Prodigy, so OG, get to make a decision now.
How bad
of
is
course-
Undying here? They're hard up on stuns a little bit, but they'll take it
They
anyway.
take it.
I like it versus like the Slardar. It's very annoying in the mid game and the late game, even with the Tombstone and stuff. It's kind of cool. Like they static storm. If you're outside of it, you can be soul ripping and throwing down Tombstone. So they're gonna be like committed to the static storm, but that's gonna build up the zombies a little bit. Again, though, no stuns. There's a lot of pressure on the Doom and the Invoker, and maybe Rubik with some good steals, but there's something to be said about just having a simple stun as a 5 versus an Ember.
I would agree with
Or
that.
a Slardar even, but the lane should be good, and he needed someone to beef up this safe lane because they're going hard pressure with Grimstroke Slardar.
Definitely somebody that can put some pressure onto that Slardar Grimstroke combo. I would agree there. And again, having some sustain. You've got Soul Rip and the healing ward, so you've got 2 ways to try to keep this jug topped off.
Viper is
and,
still in.
Deal with the damage. They need somebody like that.
They could Viper mid.
Some ranged damage, maybe a little magical wouldn't be a bad thing. They could like Puck or something like that too. Puck with an Ags has some options against Jug, but they take PL. They go the opposite route. So PL, the safe laner, that'll be Epileptic Kid. FN takes the Ember Spirit, and no surprise, DM will be there on the Slardar.
PL classic counterpick to the Undying. You can just doppelganger and focus down the Tombstone.
Yeah, nothing like counterpicking the position 5.
Oh, that's just good. It's nice.
I guess so.
It's I mean, it has all its benefits versus Jug too, right?
Yes, I think that's the angle I was more thinking of, but yeah, sure, it'll be tough for No Tail also.
You joke, dude. It literally ruins the hero. That's what's so broken about it. It's a very good counterpick.
So do you not level Tombstone? Like, is it that bad where you stop using Tombstone because you're just feeding over all this free gold to the PL?
No.
Okay.
It's still Tombstone because you put them on the high ground so that he can't do it.
Oh, I see. All right. The counterplay to the
Don't do any
counterplay.
bad Tombstones.
I see. PL. Haven't seen this hero as much this patch. I like it against the Jug a lot. That's where my brain keeps going. Like, Doom and Invoker do have some options against PL, of course.
Remember when you could just counterpick Invoker mid every game with either Broodmother or Fan Lancer if they weren't banned?
Yeah.
And I don't think that works as well anymore. But that used to be a go-to, just like destroy Invoker.
PL, Invoker, mid. Yeah, those were the good old days. I do remember that.
That was the poor man shield days. That was when TNC / MVP Phoenix were just like, hey, what if we put Juggernaut mid with a poor man shield? What would that do?
Yeah. Dude, that golden era of people realizing how truly busted PMS was, just like, if we buy this item every game, I think melee heroes can go mid against ranged heroes.
That changed everything because then it moved us into the 2v2 mids.
Yeah,
Oh my
dude,
God.
seriously, like that item, it's so cheap and so small and seems so insignificant, but it did some work on the Dota meta. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Poor
Shout
man
out to C
Shield.
Dota figuring that one out. That was all them. You know what's funny is that I used to play like with my garbage tier friends when I first started playing. We all played like 600 games together, something stupid. Like when I had no idea how to play Dota, didn't watch the pro scene or any of that shit. And he used to play Juggernaut mid, doing exactly that. And then when I started watching pro games, I was like, oh yeah, I guess that's kind of bad.
Yeah.
But of course, we were just so bad that he couldn't make it.
It doesn't
good.
matter. Yeah, yeah, dude.
But he was onto something.
In the
Shout out to you, Art.
1.5k MMR bracket, the meta is not very clearly defined. You can pretty much do anything if you know mechanics.
It's like when you play games for the first time. There's something
just
about the
fun.
happy as a clam
Yeah.
thing, dude.
Yeah, there's no over-analysis. You're just having fun. You're just playing what feels good. You're trying new shit. It's all an experiment.
Oh, man.
I was chatting with a pro player in between the last games, asking him about this Void Aghanim's, and one of the things that he said was, you know, when you're trying new stuff on a new patch, you're either going to look like a real dummy or you're going to look like a real genius. So don't read too much into it. Sometimes you try stuff and it goes bust. That's part of a developing meta, man. And I think that is a very true sentiment.
I mean, where else to do it but the lower bracket of Dota Pit?
Yeah, with elimination on the line. That's classic.
I mean, they were up a game, so it's fine.
The
It's
battle
okay.
begins.
Well, we are seeing a battle over these runes up top. Mid one gets bashed up, so he won't get the top spawn. And it will go even, however. 2 for 2.
Oh,
Fair spread.
nice. Well, Epileptic Kid's doing the new build. Have you been catching this one? The double
see
ring
here.
of regen. So this has been used in quite a few pubs. I'm seeing this one pop out. There's a couple heroes that do it. Bounty Hunter support is one that's really funny. You just go double ring of regen and keep stealing people's gold.
So do they build into something, or do you just sell them and keep the efficiency from...
I've seen both. I don't know what Epic Kid's going to do. He might go like Hood, I could see, right?
Oh, so because in 7.27 they reduce the cost of Ring of Regen, but also reduce the regeneration. But it is more of a value item now than it used to be.
Yeah.
Okay, it makes some sense.
He might use one of them. He might use neither of them. But it's good versus any hero that's like dedicated damage over time, like a Doom is, right? Because you know he's going to be leveling up the Scorched Earth. He probably won't even take Infernal Blade.
So what you're telling me is this is the new version of Headdress. We're not buying Headdress on our 5 anymore. Instead, the 1 just buys 2 rings, 2 hands,
Exactly.
2 rings. Okay, I like
and you're
that.
getting it.
Anybody buy Headdress at all anymore? Is that just a completely dead item? Does it still pop out occasionally? I feel like we haven't been seeing it at all, actually.
No, I have
It's
not
pretty
seen
dead.
that one.
Boots first has been a little more tempting. A lot of teams grab Boots first on one hero, often the 4. Just the Grimstroke this game, but... how's our mid going? Topson versus FN. Very even so far. Not much to report.
Yeah, I don't know. I would
Radiant's
guess
courier
that
has
Thompson
been
does
killed.
well here, but they both know this matchup to a crazy degree. FN is a Immortal. What is the final tier of whatever? He's a maxed out Ember Spirit player. So this guy
Level
has
25?
done. Yeah, he's done the full grind. So he's seen this counter pick time and time again, I'm sure.
No tail up top. He'll be okay.
Radiant are scanning.
A little low on HP and mana, and does decide to Clarity salve up. His top lane is going pretty well for mid one. Not getting bullied too hard by the Slardar yet. But very curious to see what item build we see out of mid one this game. I think against PL, Mjolnir or Battle Fury, or maybe even both, is going to be a requirement. So bottom lane, we'll hold that thought as Seb, caught in a kinetic field, but not able to pursue.
With gratitude.
How you feeling about this Jug overall? Do you think, like, I feel like this is going to be a hard game for mid one, just based on the hero picks. Like, Jug overall will not have an easy time.
He doesn't really have a lot benefiting him, does he?
I'm not seeing it, at least, yeah. Like, I think he'll need a Basher at some point. I do really like the Aghanims on Juggernaut. There's certainly a place for S and Y, like the God King style build, if you wanted to do that. For, like, efficiency stats and easy build-up.
Also
He
a
has
really
lot
good
of
Maelstrom
choices.
game too, though. So I don't even, because like the Mjolnir, the PL, and then it's like, okay, do I go Battle Fury? Yeah, he's got a lot of options.
I mean, I've seen people do the Battle Fury and then into Maelstrom build, and it feels kind of like overkill, certainly is for farming, but against PL, especially if the game's even and you're not like way ahead of PL, the carries are relatively on par with each other, it gives you a great tool to destroy the PL army and be able to confidently just man up with the ultimate, get the bounces, and you can clear out PL illusions.
Oh, no tail, don't die, dude.
Oh, he's in trouble. Get Bash comes down to DM, finds the stun. First blood drawn by Save. And
This is like-
meanwhile, Ian killed by Seb in the bottom lane.
That's good, though. At least they got the counter kill. Unfortunately, not first blood, but that is the one thing you can't do is Undying. You definitely cannot feed. 'Cause the whole point is the space that you're supposed to be giving. And the space is working on one hand, right? Like, DM is not even hitting creeps because he's just chasing after no tail so much.
Yeah.
You can't give up the first blood.
Overall, it's been working out so far. Slardar Grimstroke is a tough combo to get away from. A lot of stuns. Things ramping up for Thompson in the mid, picking up more denies is down bottom. Seb initiated on. He's going to get brought down. Epileptic Kid will find credit for that.
Not easy to get early kills with Disruptor in your lane, but nicely done. And they catch him. I was wondering if they'd be able to get the kill with the spin because he doesn't have boots yet on the Slardar. And so there's this brief window where the Guardian Sprint's not going to be enough.
That is a big kill for OG up top. Very much needed.
He had so many strike stacks stolen. I was watching the Decay spam. I was like, I don't know, buddy. Then he got soul ripped for 200.
Battle for the runes up top. Mid one does not have a spin. Up in a couple seconds here, but actually stunned by the Slardar. Here comes the Inkswell. Spin will keep him safe from this one. The
Back down
bash,
bottom too.
There's the heal from No Tail.
Oh, okay. He was being chased by Epi Kid, but he'll just peel off for the bounty. He'll even deny the other one. That was nice.
All right, so 3 runes come out. And it looks like it will be 3 for VP.Prodigy, actually.
And 1 denied, so kind of 4.
There it is.
Never refuse school.
Third one picked up by FN. So OG do not get a single rune there. It's a nice play to deny the rune, though. Like when you know you're not going to get it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like free with the Doppelganger anyways. No Tails to soar up himself back up.
I think this lane gets a lot harder also once Slardar hits level 6, of course. The Corrosive Haze gives him the ability to destroy you. Jug at least has the spin, but this Undying, he will die so fast.
Yeah, he's also going to hit the 6 first on mid one too, so.
That's nice.
Saves looking for this the big juicy stroke, but did not catch mid one there.
Meanwhile, in the mid, having a go on to FN, but he does make it back.
They tombstone for the stack up here.
Oh, Thompson actually stops his TP home. That was pretty big. FN was trying to do the cheeky TP back, fire remnant with a full bottle, and there was a cold snap there.
Did he even have a ward?
I don't think so. I think FN
he probably just saw the remnant
was
and
too
knew.
greedy. Yeah, like he did it like next to the tower, not in fog, and it was a small little dive for Thompson, but well worth.
No Tail's under a ward right now. FN fakes like he doesn't see it, allows himself to get decayed once, so now they won't know that ward's there.
And I think they know that Soxa is here. He's been lingering. So 3 heroes mid. I like the idea from OG to try to capitalize on this moment where the Ember's a little weaker than usual, but not going to find the opportunity. He walks back to well, and Save will just sit mid.
It's also giving mid 1 to 6 really early.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And now DM's just like, alright, how much armor do I have? 10 armor under tower? Alright, I think I'm good.
Yeah. I mean, that is the plus side for Slardar, right? He's pretty tanky.
Are we all just gonna chill mid or what? We good? No Tails out of here?
Yep, OG gonna let it go. Happy just to secure a lead for Thompson in the mid lane. 7.5 minutes. He's up by about 500 net worth over the Ember. Gotta feel good after a string of tough mid matchups.
Yeah, he kind of got gifted one in this one.
Slardar makes it back up top after a spin from mid one, as things down bottom looks like they could erupt. Soxa rotating back down. Initiation onto Seb. He is level 6. Doom available, but stunned up, in big trouble. Epileptic Kid with a doppelganger. Glimpse back. Mid one loses the ult.
I had such plans.
Now Soxa, he's going to go
Radiant's
down.
middle tower is under attack.
Think. No? OG. Okay, they keep all 3 alive. I think that glimpse was actually okay for mid one. Like, he got off the Omni. That scared back VP.Prodigy. And then the glimpse just safely took him right back home to go back to farming. He kind of got everything
take the tower,
he wanted
though.
there.
Okay, Soxa's dead.
Yeah, they get the tower. Soxa's going to fall, I think.
Oh, wait, maybe he can't block him? Oh, yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, he gets it.
Nice
I
try
mean,
with the telekinesis.
It was looking really bad for OG. I thought those were just going to be free kills for the PL. So, I don't know. It was a really awkward. I don't think I've ever seen a glimpse go off halfway through Omni like that.
I was watching mid.
Well.
So basically what happened was FN was battling for the rune. He managed to get it. No Tail was trying to cover the DD top with the Undying, but obviously it's an Ember, so when he just hops there, there's like no stuns or anything, so they couldn't get a punish. Speaking of punish, they do try and hop on set bottom with the Inkswell and then cancel. Inkswell PL and Inkswell Ember. Thanks. And Inkswell Slider. So
yeah.
Triple cores that are very good with it.
They did first pick the Grimstroke, so it's nice to see VPP drafting around that.
Radiant are scanning.
1K net worth lead for OG so far. A lot of that coming from the disparity in the mid lane and also the off laners. Speaking of off laners, Seb does get off the Doom, puts it on to PL. Not sure if they'll have enough damage to actually secure this kill, though. VP.Prodigy reinforcing with more. And now Slardar's here. Maybe they'll have a go on to No-Tail. Corrosive Haze comes out, and man, that bash of the deep hurts. Mid one here as well. No Omni Slash, still down for 25.
But we got 9 heroes here. All right, PL's out.
He's like, I'm going to go free farm mid, guys. This is fun and all, but
That should help.
I'm going to go work on my own game.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And OG starting to back out, but still pretty committed down bottom with 4. Thompson now going to TP into the mid.
I'm surprised they're still trying to force this with no Doom. I guess Thompson's going to do the heavy lifting here.
We'll
Really
see.
try and go with this catapult.
It is an awkward rotation, though. EMP Tornado flies across the way, will connect onto the Disruptor. Ember Spirit makes it out and save. He gets the TP also. Yeah, they get a kill out of it, so no punishment for OG. Now VP.Prodigy go back to split farm. PL has a free lane up top, and it's actually the Slardar holding mid at the moment.
Yeah, they're kind of just going to shove down this bottom lane and see if they can get back in time for the other two.
Radiant's bottom tower has
Mid
fallen.
is secured by No-Tail. They're going to try and commit the rest of the Radiant heroes up top, and it doesn't look like OG want to fight this. Again, there's no Doom available. Thompson has TP, but they're not going to call it worth.
Yeah, they'll just take the tower exchange and give mid one some space to farm.
They're behind DM here, but Ember's also nearby.
No real angle to initiate.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Now mid one on his way in, short on mana, but does have that Omni Slash. Drums now to go to the Jug.
Radiant structures are fortified.
I like this play. Going for some early value items, not rushing the Battle Fury. Mid one trying to be very much involved in these early engagements. Disruptor gonna get caught. Static Storm.
Top tower is under
Static
attack.
Field won't be enough. Thompson survives, still finds the kill. Now hungry for more, they found save. No hope for survival here, not even a soul bomb. Meanwhile, on the other side, now it's DM. Does find a bash, but Omni Slash catches 2. Nicely done by mid one. Won't be able to find the kill, despite the double damage rune. But still a great Omni, and it will repel VPP.
Supports down, keep the pressure mid.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And looks like No-Tail wants to finish up some Tranquils and an additional Windlace. He wants the movement speed on the Undying.
Okay.
I'm
Race
waiting
guard.
for the Holy Locket. I can definitely see how it can be good on this hero.
We've seen a couple games where the Undying's working on it, and then the game ends before he can finish it. So we've seen it attempted. I don't know that we've actually seen it completed in the games that we've cast. Maybe
No,
once.
I haven't. But, I mean, the build-up does kind of make sense, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you went Brown Boots, you could make the Arcanes and disassemble them later for the Holy Locket. Gives you the buff on the heal. You can Magic Wand your allies now.
Yep.
It's
Absolutely. It's a cool item, and it's also one that the Frog has been progressively buffing. It's like the last 5 patches, he's been trying to push the Holy Locket and make it a little more appealing. I also love that it builds up through the wand. I always hate selling my wand, and now you've got a way to keep it forever.
Just don't build it yet. We'll wait for a few more buffs. Maybe that's the play.
All right, there you go. Play the the Ice Frog meta.
Yeah.
Gentleman's agreement. Nobody make Undying look good, guys.
Oh, Thompson.
You're gonna
Is
get
that
caught
going to hit
here.
the blind slight? He's hiding. No, he missed it.
EMP does come out. Thompson has to reveal himself. Silence, but does have team nearby. Doom comes down onto FN. They glimpse Thompson back in. Static Storm Kinetic Field will be enough to bring him down. But Epileptic Kid also low, turning into a spread out fight. Ian TP's out. OG a 1-for-2 so far. Epileptic Kid still alive, trying to get mid one. Mid one on the run. Bashed under the tower, stunned up. Slardar unable to finish off the kill though. A 1-for-3. They did get that kill on Epileptic Kid, and DM, they might have to let him go. The Slardar is a little fast.
Yeah, he tried to juke. Like, I get why he was chasing after him, because it made sense, because then they chased after one of his illusions instead, but then the Fade Bolt just zapped him.
Yeah. All right, so mid one is going to go for the Battle Fury now after the drums. Again, you need some sort of AoE to deal with PL, and Battle Fury is great for that.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Digging on this Jug build quite a bit. Very well rounded. Good lane.
I think, oh, nice.
Thompson sets it up, save very low, goes down to Soxa, but now maybe the counterplay. Thompson does pay with his own life.
They have a glimpse here, too.
And Slardar chasing down. OG gonna get punished hard. Soxa should fall. Seb pulled back in. Tombstone does come down. Mid one's here. Omni Slash starts bouncing. No Battle Fury yet, though, so not that much damage. Does set up the kill onto DM, though.
Blame my blade.
Maybe not the glimpse they wanted.
Apparently not. It did look good, though.
He didn't have mana for kinetic. That was the main problem.
So much of Jug is fighting around that ultimate.
But the blink is finished for Seb now, and I think that's a bit of a problem for VP.Prodigy, because DM's blink is very far away. I mean, he is a actual blink dagger behind Seb when you look at their items. It's pretty much the same.
3 sets of drums this game. 2 on OG, 1 on VP.Prodigy.
10 seconds till Doom. The smoke was just a little early. I mean, they're going to get in good position for it, but...
5 seconds now.
Oh, that Remnant, though. That's tempting.
Tier 2 under assault mid from that siege creep, and now the smoke will take OG up top.
Radiant are scanning.
Might find
I believe
FN.
they saw them.
Hey, Remnant away. All right, well done for VPP dodging the fight.
Yeah, I'm not sure what tipped them off, but I saw a ping right here from Save when they were walking by. So
Also could have just been a good read because they were missing for quite a while. No-Tail mid does get bashed up, but he survives. Actually pops the Flesh Golem with the TPs. Prepared to turn.
he was worried about the damage from the Ember killing him because of the corrosive, so he just wanted the strength.
Seb jumps in. Doom onto Ember, but he gets glimpsed back. Static Storm Kinetic Field does catch Thompson.
Oh, if they can just... Oh, but there's a ward, though. They might hit the tornado off this.
Might just go for the Slardar instead. Looks like the Ember is going to survive. And now they get Thompson.
Ooh, that's
an
a problem.
awkward maneuver for OG. They committed pretty deep, but they didn't bring the whole team, so
Radiant's top tower.
I'm not surprised that that happened to Thompson.
The other thing is that he's going for that Aghanim's Rush.
So it doesn't have a lot of utility.
He's not going to make Dispel for the corrosive haze, and he's going to get worked by that once that Blink Dagger's up.
Yeah. This does feel weirdly reminiscent to last game, where you've got these first two pieces of the Ags, and I saw that 5 minutes ago. Okay, cool, Russian Aghanims, and now you're kind of stuck. Like, Thompson's died how many times now? He's 0, 3, and 6.
Well, that's 3 deaths.
Some quick NA map for you.
Yeah. He's got twice as many assists as he does deaths.
Wow, I better tweet that out.
Battle
That's
Fury
a
up
banger
on Jug.
stat.
It's a
Somebody call Nahaz.
Guy.
Gotta throw that one out into the wild.
Got a couple of bangers for you guys this match. Mid one with the Battle Fury, and now Manta Style going to be queued up next. Manta.
I need some Nahaz. Nahaz, put up more stats. Thank you. I missed the stat tweets. I feel like we've been lacking on them since the whole world went into a global pandemic, so I think you need to get back on the horse, sir. Thank you. I'm sure you're lecturing or doing something right now while you listen to this, but there's more important things in the world, like writing stats. So thanks.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's a tough life for Dota stats people.
I tell you.
What was the last tournament that had an in-game stats person where we had the little pop-ups? Does that even exist anymore? Do we even have the technology, or is it like the moon launch where we lost it?
We lost it, yeah. They lost the moon launch?
Something like that.
I think they lost the moon studio where they filmed it all. But anyway, Sebs, bottom lane after FN.
Yeah, this is going to be a freebie. No hope for retreat. And, yeah. Doom. Great ultimate. Good for locking down Ember. Free kill.
Is that why they stopped going to the moon? They lost the little red button that used to launch the rockets?
Yeah.
It's just like, we just can't do it anymore.
They came out with a new programming language, and then some guy got fired, and it's all lost. It's all gone.
Staples suddenly came up with a big red button, big conspiracy, and they might have stolen it. Who knows?
Yep.
It's hard to keep track these days. It's a 5K lead, though, for OG, and life's good. Agnes is coming for Thompson.
And they did a good enough job, like, pressuring the PL that it was even with the Jug when around the time the Battle Fury came out, and now mid one is starting to surpass him with the stacks and the rotations. Another double stack of Ancients for the Battle Fury Jug.
All right, it's DM's turn to fix this game, though, because Seb has done a lot in the past few minutes with this Blink Dagger, just like shutting down Epikid right there, or sorry, FN right there. So they have to do the same thing right back now with this Blink Dagger on the Slide Iron. Seb, a very hard target, especially with these three heroes. I actually don't know if they can choose. Oh, mid one's a little bit better if they drop the Static Storm. But they say that's they can't do it, they think.
Getting to the point where VP.Prodigy is going to have to make a play of some sort, though, and there it is. They'll catch it onto Seb. Follow-up stun thanks to the Grimstroke, and he will be stun-locked into oblivion. Very nicely done.
He almost, if he had a wand, man, there's a chance there. But yeah, mid one had the Aegis, so they didn't want to jump him. That's fair.
Now down bottom, initiation onto Ian. Static Storm Kinetic Field comes out, but he is going to drop. Any follow-up for this Soulbind? Not looking like it. Jug also still has the ulti available. Back on the north side of the fight, Soxa falls, but save also goes down to the Jug. Now No Tail getting focused down. The Deafening Blast is actually off the mark. No Tail sustaining as he heals up. But Thompson dies, as does No Tail. Now out comes the Omni. It is going to catch FN. Nicely done by mid one. Still, not the fight that OG were hoping for. It was a 4v5 with that Doom dead. And in the bottom fight, they do trade 3 for 3.
Yeah, DM had Blink to maybe share that, but I kind of agree. I think he might have died if he went in there. Didn't look like it would be enough to get the full spread going. And, man, I'm surprised they were able to kill Seb so easily, but I guess I underestimated the second point in the Corrosive Haze. It kind of hits a perfect break point on that Doom where he had like 15 armor-ish at that point, so bringing it right back down to 0 out of nowhere is really going to help. When you're, he's in like 400 damage with the bashes.
The one silver lining is that OG still have the Aegis. They'll have it for 2 more minutes. And maybe this will prompt them to continue putting pressure on. I think mid one playing very aggro on this tier 2. Does have the Manta, and now Scotty queued up for the Jug.
Radiant's bottom
Glyph.
tower